all, Kurt Sasso here from TGT Webcomics at C2E2 Day 2. We're here with Lora Innes from The Dreamer. How you doing today, Laura?
Good.
I gotta go this side.
Okay.
You know, we've had you on the show. I've enjoyed your work, even this pontoon that you've had.
Got a little out of hand on the podcast.
Yeah, just a bit. But you know, we're not here about that. We're here about C2E2. We're here about The Dreamer. We're here about yourself. I mean, beautiful background here.
Thank you.
I mean, it fits perfectly. You know, what have you been doing since the podcast?
Since the podcast, well, more of the same. I've been keeping up with The Dreamer. We're at issue 9 now, and when I finish issue 11, then we'll put out the second collection. So right now I'm in between trades and just trying to get the next one done.
Good stuff. And you know, I've always enjoyed your artwork. You know, you have beautiful posters here. You have, you know, your books for sale. You know, you've always been the artist that I've always admired because you stick to what you know, what you love, and you have fun doing it, it seems, and it's great to see that you're here.
Yeah, I definitely love what I do. So it's a little bit different than kind of what the rest of you know, what you see around here, but that's what webcomics are all about.
Okay, so with you have book 1 here, book 2 as well?
No, working on book 2, but we have book 1 for sale. Yeah.
And how's the convention been so far with the amount of people that have been trafficking through?
It's been a pretty steady flow of people here. Yeah.
Anyone buying anything? Okay, fair enough. Moving on. You know, C2E2 is an inaugural convention, you know, downtown Chicago. A lot of beautiful artwork, a lot of architecture here. You know, it's I don't know how big of a significant role it played in the Civil War or anything like that, but...
None. It didn't.
Perfect, even better. So,
it was like wilderness back then. Frontier land.
So, you know, with everything that you've had going on, you know, you've been extremely successful with IDW and publishing with your books, and they've given you basically free reign to do whatever you would like with your production aspect. You know, how's that helped you in terms of creating the comic?
Well, I mean, they've been very hands-off when it comes to like decisions about storytelling and art and all of that. But when it came to the trade, they really worked with what I wanted to do with it, which I had in mind to do like a full-size format. Initially, they wanted to do like a manga, smaller size, but I had drawn it for the larger pages, and so they kind of went to bat and fought for me, and I think we got a really beautiful collection that I'm proud of, and people pick it up and flip through it and they're impressed, so that's always a good response.
Oh, definitely. It's a very thick book, you know, it has a good weight to it. Yeah. It looks beautiful.
Thank you. And we did the new cover for it. The paint, actually oil painted that in my garage. Oh, so it's classically done.
I thought it had that old tint to it, you know, like you draw with some of your artwork there. And
this one was really fun because I oil painted it first, and then my husband, who's a graphic designer, took it into Photoshop, and then he did all of the vintage effects on it and made it look faded and washed out. So this is actually the only piece of art that he and I have ever done together. So it makes it a little bit extra fun for me.
That little extra special touch that you guys put into it and it really shows.
Thank you.
So what's happening with The Dreamer lately? What do you plan? What are your plans for it?
Well, as soon as I get the second trade out, that's sort of a big milestone for me, because the first part of the story, the war part, is only going to be 3 volumes. So there are certain events, if you know your history, that will be coming up in the 3rd volume. So I'm excited to get this middle story out of the way so that I can kind of get to some events that people have been anticipating for a while.
Well, I'm really looking forward to it now. You know, when C2E2, you know, finally closes down, you pack up all of your beautiful stuff here. What are you going to personally take from it?
Well, tonight, in a couple hours, I'm going to be on the Women in Comics panel, and I'm really excited about that. So hopefully that goes well, and hopefully that will get me in front of some people who may not have heard about the project before, and we'll see what comes from that.
You'll do fine. I mean, the panels here have been flying by really smoothly from what I've heard, and you know, it's just a great fact that, you know, you're in that panel, and it's a testament to women in webcomics and everything like that, and I'm glad that you're going to be presenting.
Thank you. I was glad to be asked. I think I was the only web comic. I'm also print, but I think I am the only person who does web comics who's on that panel. And I think that comics, the future of comics is going to be print and digital, and I don't think the distinction's going to be there so much anymore. So it was nice to be asked for that reason.
Who else is going to be on that panel?
Amanda Connor, Gail Simone, I can't remember all of them, but just a last minute addition is Jenny Frizen, who painted all the variant covers for The Dreamer. So it's cool that we will both be on the panel together now.
Beautiful stuff. And I wish you all the success with C2E2. It's a great convention. I'm glad to see the webcomic pavilion here.
Yeah.
They're really representing the community well here.
I think so too. I like this. It's kind of fun.
And and the website. What's the website, just for those that have never actually been to your site?
It is www.thedreamercomic.com.
Perfect. Well, Laura, thank you very much for doing this interview, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.
Thanks. You too.